allow me to take you on a more detailed journey through that fateful summer when my buddy, Dave, and I made a decision that would leave a mark on our lives forever. Our neighbor, Mr. Johnson, had a 70s Mustang that was his pride and joy, a gleaming symbol of his lifelong dream. He cherished it more than anything, and that classic car was off limits to everyone in our neighborhood, and he made sure to let everyone know it. This Mustang was like a member of his family. Mr. Johnson had spent countless hours meticulously restoring and maintaining it. Every square inch of the car was polished to perfection, and its V8 engine roared like a beast awakened from slumber. He wouldn't let anyone touch it, let alone think of driving it. It was almost as if the car had become his sole reason for living. One summer day, Mr. Johnson announced that he would be going on vacation for a week, leaving the prized Mustang unattended in his driveway. The temptation was too much for our adolescent curiosity to bear. Dave, the ringleader of our little adventure, had a penchant for conjuring up wild schemes, and this time was no exception. He believed that Mr. Johnson wouldn't suspect a thing, and so we decided to sneak into his house and find the keys. The night of our mission was moonless and still, the air thick with anticipation and fear. We tiptoed through Mr. Johnson's yard, glancing over our shoulders, terrified of being caught. Dave had somehow procured a set of lock-picking tools, and we carefully entered the house, praying that he hadn't installed some high-tech security system. We scoured every nook and cranny of the house, desperately hoping to find the keys. After what felt like hours, we stumbled upon a drawer in the kitchen that held the precious object of our desire. The sensation of holding those keys was electrifying. With a mix of guilt, excitement, and stupidity, we dashed out of the house and stood in front of the Mustang, our hearts pounding like drums in a tribal ritual. As the engine roared to life, the Mach 1 seemed to sense the misadventure it was about to embark on. We slammed the gas pedal, and the car took off like a rocket. The tires screeched, leaving trails of rubber on the asphalt, and for a moment, we felt invincible. That muscle car had power that was almost overwhelming, and we reveled in the sheer speed and torque it possessed. However, our joy was short-lived. We pushed the car to its limits, and the uncontrollable speed led to a catastrophic loss of control. The Mustang careened off the road and collided with a tree, causing significant damage. Our elation turned to despair as we surveyed the wreckage, realizing the extent of our reckless behavior. With great difficulty, we managed to pull the battered car out of the field, but the damage was done. The once pristine Mustang was now a scratched and dented mess, covered in mud and bearing the scars of our escapade. Our joyride had turned into a nightmare, and we found ourselves struggling to drive the car back to Mr. Johnson's garage. The attempt to hide our misdeeds was fraught with tension, as we knew we had to get the car back without arousing any suspicion. We finally managed to return the car to its rightful place in the garage, but the relief was short-lived. The car, once a masterpiece, now bore the indelible marks of our youthful recklessness. Weeks passed, and we thought we had gotten away with it. But, as fate would have it, we were in for a rude awakening. When Mr. Johnson returned from his vacation, we watched from a distance, secretly gleeful, thinking we'd escaped unscathed. However, he knew about the secret cameras he had installed in his garage, and the entire ordeal had been meticulously recorded. His reaction was a sight to behold, a mixture of anger and disappointment. We thought we'd outsmarted him, but he was one step ahead. Mr. Johnson's immediate call to the police shattered any illusions we had of getting away with our thoughtless escapade. We were forced to face the consequences of our actions, and our parents had to pay for the extensive repairs needed to restore the Mustang to its former glory. This story serves as a stark reminder that every action has consequences, and sometimes those consequences can be severe. Our joyride in the Mustang, while thrilling at the time, resulted in lasting lessons about responsibility and the far-reaching effects of our choices. It's a tale of youthful impulsiveness and its enduring impact on our lives, forever etched in the annals of our shared history. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned for more exciting stories.